So in today's video, we're installing some LED headlights in the Suzuki. The driver's side headlight isn't working. I just have the parking light in there right now, so it's quite a bit dimmer than the passenger side. I've gone through tons of halogen bulbs on this car already, and I'm tired of changing them out. So I went and bought some LEDs, and we're going to install them. So let's get to it. So I picked up some OPT7 flux beam LED headlights for the Suzuki. They got a lot of good reviews on them that I read online. They're quite a bit pricey compared to some of the other ones. These are a 9007, which is what the Suzuki takes, which I hear can be quite difficult to install these because they have the big fan on the back. But we'll see what we can do. We'll open it up and see what we have inside. Alright, so looks like these are the bulbs. So they seem pretty good quality, like they feel pretty solid. There's a bit of weight to them, so you can tell that the quality is there. The fan doesn't look too big considering some of the other ones I've seen. There are some other ones on the market that they're a little more compact. They don't have the fan on the back. They'll have just it looks like a ribbon, but it's actually a heat sink. So then it's a little bit more space saving that way. But in the Suzuki I have quite a bit of room behind the headlight housing, so I think these will fit okay. Once the bulb is in, it'll plug into this, I believe. So then this end will plug into this piece, which then I will need to pin these into here. And then this is what's going to plug into the factory socket that'll be on the Suzuki. Alright, so just looking at the pin instructions here, they're very straightforward. So they provide these, and it pretty much tells you exactly which wire goes where. So it should make it pretty simple for anyone, even if this is their first time doing wiring. It's a pretty straightforward process. Alright, so I got the first one done here. It was pretty straightforward, just put them in the order that the instructions say. They click right in, and it feels like a pretty solid connection. I'm not sure why they make you do this, why you have to pin it yourself, and they don't come like that from the factory. For the amount you're paying for them, you think they do it for you, but it's an easy enough process, I guess, but still. So I'll do this one next, and then we should be ready to put the bulbs in the car. Should do it. So first step is going to be removing the old bulb. So the way you do these ones is you turn this white ring here, and it comes out, and the bulb comes out with it. Alright, so I got the old bulb removed and I got the white ring off of the headlight housing. So now I'm going to try and put the white ring on the LED. So this black ring here should just twist off, just like that, and now that's going to allow me to put the white ring over top. There. Alright, so I ended up having to take it apart again because as I was putting it together, there's this silver piece right here, which pretty much is just a guard for the wiring. It was getting in the way of the white ring, so normally it would have looked like this. It would have just been solid across there. But I had to take a Dremel and I had to kind of shape around here just to leave some room for that metal piece. But it should be enough clearance now. I got everything back together and it's sitting in there pretty loosely. which is good, so it should be able to screw onto the headlight housing quite easily now. Alright, so the install was pretty straightforward. Installing the bulb was just the exact opposite of removing the old halogen. So then you had this wire coming out of the bulb itself, which then plugs into this piece. And then from here, it ran along to the piece that I had to pin before. And then that just plugs straight into the factory socket on the Suzuki. So I'll do the second one, and then we'll give them a try. Alright, looks like I got headlights again. We'll see how long these ones last. A lot of the reviews I saw online on these, they all were for projector type headlight. So I'll have to take this out on the street and see how they perform in a reflector housing, but at this point it's a lot better than nothing because I was going with nothing before. Alright, so we're up for our first test. So the lights are off. This is the daytime running lights. It's kind of foggy out right now, so I don't know if that's good or bad for the test, but we'll see how they perform in the fog anyway. So I'm going to switch them on now. So a little bit brighter. They do produce quite a bit of light. I'm pretty happy with the light output. Not to mention they look fairly even too, considering they're in a reflector housing instead of a projector. So I'm pretty happy with them so far. If I switch on the high beams, look how bright that is. I am impressed with that. Oh, I got a car coming, so I'll turn them off. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with the results. So, I've been driving with the LEDs now for a few days, and I must say I'm pretty happy with them. I haven't really been blinding anyone on the highway, so that's been good. My main reason for choosing LEDs over halogens is the fact that they have a longer lifespan. In my car, halogens were burning out quite frequently, and I was sick and tired of changing them all the time, so we'll see how long the LEDs last. They do come with a 2-year warranty, which is a lot longer than my halogens ever lasted, and the reason I chose LEDs over HIDs was mainly the simplicity of the install. There's no ballasts or wiring needed with the LEDs, so it's pretty much plug it in and go. I chose the OPT7 kit over some of the others because it had great reviews online, and after reading the specs I was willing to give them a try. They're 100% waterproof. They're designed with what they call arc glass, which means pretty much they have an even light pattern with no dark spots. They have a 50,000 hour lifespan compared to some of the other kits that only had 30,000. Not to mention the 2-year warranty as well. Some things I didn't like too much about them was the price. It actually ended up being 140 bucks Canadian after shipping. Also the fact that you have to pin the plug yourself. I know they do it to be a universal kit, but still they should design it differently. And the last thing was that I had to modify the white retainer ring to make it fit. Other than that, I would highly recommend it. Obviously results will vary by vehicle due to having different reflector housings, but they definitely worked well in a Suzuki SX4.